Hey guys, it's Vika. You're with the Modern Creatures and welcome to another video. Today, it's all about the realme 9i. This is the company's latest entry to its popular number series and it's an interesting one. Not quite a direct follow-up to the last model, the realme 9i focuses on providing premium level battery efficiency, which basically means they want it to last long. So does it? Let's find out.
Much like many of Realme's phones, the company continues to inject a splash of personality when it comes to design. With the Realme 9i, we have this stereo prism design that takes inspiration from light and refractions. This seemingly plain back will reveal a striped pattern when hit with light, and this prism blue right here even offers tinges of purple. It also comes in prism black, which is just as elegant but more subtle. The overall design is less flashy and simpler than its predecessor. It has a smooth finish with a matte coating, but that doesn't do too well to keep fingerprints away. The included soft frosted case, however, can help with that. Rounded corners and edges make this device easy to grip, and its plastic frame and back also make it a lightweight phone. We have a side-mounted fingerprint sensor here on the right, which I have been incredibly happy with. True to claim, it is super fast, and since I do still wear a mask when going outside, also very useful. On the left, we have the volume buttons and a triple card slot that can house 2 SIM cards and a micro SD card. Over here on the bottom, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack and USB-C charging port. We also have one of its dual speakers here, while the other resides on top near the earpiece. The Realme 9i offers a 6.6-inch Full HD Plus LCD display with a 90Hz adaptive refresh rate. It also has dragon-tail glass for protection. As I just mentioned, it does have stereo speakers here to round out the entertainment experience. Let's talk about its display first. Colors are well rendered for an LCD screen. We've got good color saturation all around, whether watching or playing, and blacks are deep enough to make images come alive. The 90Hz refresh rate is also nice and smooth, and being adaptive is also able to preserve battery by intelligently switching between refresh rates, but you can opt to stick to a higher one if that's what you prefer.
It is quite interesting to see the realme 9i adopt an LCD screen and lower refresh rates when the 8i had higher specs. But we have to remember that the focus of this phone is its battery, so by downgrading these two specs, you get longer battery life, and in my opinion, it's a smart choice to keep costs low while providing an above-average performance in terms of efficiency.
For audio, its stereo speakers are a delight. Providing more than enough in the volume department, the device produces clear and detailed audio as well. And though a little thin on bass, it still performs rather well for its segment. And with full HD plus resolution streaming available, this phone can easily keep you company during all-nighters. On to its performance, but first, some specs. The Realme 9i is built with a Snapdragon 680 processor, which isn't unfamiliar in this segment. While not the latest, it does boast impressive power efficiency, which leads to longer battery life, but with certain trade-offs like its lower refresh rate. Still, that makes it a good fit for the Realme 9i. Locally, the device will be offered in a single configuration with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage.
Like I said earlier, the realme 9i doesn't seem like a direct upgrade from its predecessor. No, it feels like a change of direction instead, from being an affordable all-rounder to an affordable powerhouse. Approaching the realme 9i with this mindset made me less critical of its performance.
Loading times aren't the fastest, especially from a cold start, but everyday tasks were not challenging for this device. I could still jump from app to app with ease and was able to remain productive throughout the day. Games like Mobile Legends or Pokemon Go were quick to load and exhibited little to no frame drops when in performance mode. Unexpectedly, we won't be running high-level graphics here, but the 9i provides enough stability and reliability to play for long hours. And in times when you really need that extra push, the Realme 9i offers RAM expansion up to 3GB. For its UI, we have the familiar Realme UI 2.0 based on Android 11, but it will reportedly get an update sometime this year. Bloatware is minimal, customization options are plenty, and you've got the usual productivity favorites like the smart sidebar. On the Realme 9i is a triple camera setup headlined by a 50 megapixel main camera. Supporting it are a 2 megapixel macro and 2 megapixel depth sensor. Straight out of the camera, photos show good saturation across the spectrum. The 50 megapixel main shooter does very well to bring out details in bright and well-lit environments, with post-processing often kept to a minimal. In low light, however, this phone does struggle quite a bit. The shutter takes a while to click, but with a little patience, you can achieve pretty nice shots. Portrait mode produces clean cutouts and does well to flatter features with its beautification filters.
It's really a shame that we don't have an ultra-wide lens here, as I feel like it's becoming a standard for most phones these days, and that 2 megapixel macro and depth sensor don't really add too much value to the setup.
But luckily, its 50 megapixel main camera can take on most of the grunt work anyway. For the selfie camera, I don't have a lot to complain about. The 16 megapixel shooter can produce good-looking selfies in average light and pretty detailed ones on sunny days. Like the main camera, it also doesn't do too well in low light, but should be enough for your daily snaps or social media needs. We also have a couple of other modes available here if you want to get creative. For video, the Realme 9i supports up to 1080p recording at 30 frames per second. Now for its battery. While we still have a 5000 mAh battery on here, the Realme 9i is purpose-built to maintain a longer battery life. This is also the reason why some features aren't at par with its predecessor. By opting for features like an LCD display or 90Hz refresh rate, the company can install the power-efficient Snapdragon chip and extend the use of this device. And extend it they did. In the real world, the phone can easily last a whole day even if you do give it some semi-intensive workloads. More conservative use could probably even push it to about a day and a half or maybe even 2. There are also various optimization options available to help preserve and extend battery life. For charging, the Realme 9i supports 33-watt dart charge with a charger bundled inside the box. To completely charge the phone from zero, it took us about an hour and 20 minutes.
In our reviews, the Modern Creatures aims to find special features in devices that give them an edge over their competitors. And for the Realme 9i, it would have to be its long-lasting battery.
It's probably the most obvious choice. Realme set out to create a battery-efficient phone, and it's a goal that was accomplished. The device performs and optimizes like a champ, so you can keep using it whether for work or play for longer. In the end, the Realme 9i is designed to be the kind of phone you can always count on to have some juice left in it. And if you're the kind of user that doesn't want the hassle of charging every few hours, this is a phone you should consider. And while it doesn't dazzle you with high numbers and specs, it's easily a practical choice if you're after a good balance of power efficiency, performance, and features. The Realme 9i is priced at 11,990 pesos and is already available for purchase. More details down below.
And that's it for our review of the Realme 9i. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Of course, questions and comments are welcome. Leave them down below. And as usual, please do visit our website and our other social media channels for more news, features, and reviews. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Once again, I'm Vika. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.